How y'all doing this evening? How has y'all's day been? I don't. Hold on, y'all. Gotta readjust y'all. Okay. Hi. All right. Good evening. Good evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Y'all like my lip gloss? It's Jupiter Love by 11 Moons. You can get your Bolds bundle with green, black, blue, purple, and red for $25, and you can get your new bundle on my website. So you can kick it off with that. Hey, Tiffany. Yes, I've been trying to advertise more, and I'm working on getting like labels done and taking product photos and all the things. So I know once I do that, y'all gonna be on it like white on rice. So yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. My day has been pretty good. I've been a little bit anxious today. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if anyone else has been feeling anxiety in the air, but I definitely have been feeling it today. Might be just me though. So yeah. We're gonna talk tonight about, I'm sorry y'all, this light is like giving me a little bit of a headache, so I'm trying to, there we go, get it to where it's not like right on my eye. Anxious, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I've been feeling anxious too. We're gonna talk tonight about the new moon in Libra, which is gonna be in a couple days on the 16th. We are gonna also talk about Mercury retrograde, Scorpio. The rest of the placements are pretty much the same, so I'm going to touch on them a little bit, but I'm not going to go too deep into it because I've already been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. So we'll start with that, and then of course, I'm giving y'all free readings as I always offer on the live. You can ask me a question. Gotta be a direct question. Don't ask me anything general if you want a general book of reading. But yeah, we'll do that, and then I will do a collective reading for you guys for the new moon. So let's get into it. New moon in Libra 10/16. It's going to be an energy of planting new seeds as it relates to commitment to personal goals and balance, of course. Libra is the sign that represents the scale, so of course we're going to be invoking balance with this energy. This energy is energized while the sun is in Libra. That is why the new moon is a great time to plant new intentions, because the first, or not the first, but the new moon of the month usually is in the same sign as the sun. So what you want to do is plant intentions that are surrounding that particular sign. When it comes to Libra, it's about seeing your reflection in other people and evolving through that, and releasing some energies that you maybe need to release, embracing some energies that you maybe need to embrace. It's also about communications, negotiations, rebalancing your priorities, and learning how to just move forward and go with your own authentic flow. So that is what we need to be focused on when this energy is coming in. And again, it's being energized by the sun, so that means if you do the work, if you plant the seeds and you really do the work, the sun is just giving you like the okay, like yes, it's gonna blossom. I'm giving you longevity. I'm giving you success. I'm giving you new beginnings. Yes, yes, yes. So that is where we are coming to with this new moon in Libra energy. So this is a fine time to set intentions to balance out any unleveled energies that have been lingering before we come into the new year, and not like the January new year, but like March-ish new year, the real new year. Um, you know, and through this next 6 months, like ramping up to get ready to start over. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. So this is just the time to really get your intellectual intentions in order before we get to the end of the year, basically, because we've already been asked to reckon our emotions with all the Cancer energy that we had, and then we were asked to reckon with the way that we choose to act in our impulses and take action with the Aries energy that we had. And so now as this Libra energy comes in, it's like, okay, let's get our thoughts in order. So that's where we are with this new moon Libra energy. Odyssey says I'm making sense. Great. I'm glad. I be hoping that I'm making sense to y'all. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, the sun is still in Libra. It's been in Libra. Again, reflections in relationships, negotiation, compromise, balance. That's what you're going to be focusing on. Mercury is still in Scorpio. It's a very intense energy, probing thoughts, probing communications. We basically are interacting for the purpose of transformation, and we won't accept anything less than that. It feels very raw. It feels very blunt. It feels very triggering, but it's necessary. So just go ahead and surrender to those energies. It's all for the greater good. And with Mercury going in retrograde, it's going to be even more aggressive. It's going to feel even more uncomfortable. It's very investigative. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a prying energy. Like, I'm going to make you pull out all the things that you thought you could hide behind the veil and hide from yourself and hide from everyone else. And I'm going to make you basically reveal that shit and show that shit, whether you like it or not. And you're going to have to talk about it, whether you like it or not. So you better get your thoughts, you better get your conversation, you better get your words and your feelings in order. Okay? It's really about growth and forward movement as it relates to intellectual redemption. With this Mercury and Scorpio retrograde energy. Mercury is going to be in retrograde until the 3rd of November, but we also have Mercury retrograde Mercury post shadow retrograde, which that's still a little bit past retrograde, and that is going to last until the 19th of November. So this energy is going to be around for a while, you guys. Try to reel it in when you feel yourself wanting to erupt and explode, and make sure that you're choosing your battles wisely and you're not just acting on emotion or acting on impulse. When it I don't want this right now, I want CT. When it comes to your communications, okay? Mars is still in Aries. Initiative, drive, strength. Chiron is still in Aries. Again, asking us to face our wounds. Really, face our wounds and really tackle our pain head on, you know, so that we can push past it and grow through it. So this is so bothering me. So we'll want to be tapping in with those energies. And yeah, that's basically it, you guys. Venus is still in Virgo. I told y'all this energy can be very critical, but it can also be very nourishing and loving. It's just a matter of focusing on the right details and focusing on the details and remembering your intentions as you climb ahead towards the big picture. And that's in everything, in your relationships, in your career, whatever your intentions, you know, whatever area of life you want to apply that to. Jupiter and Saturn are still in Capricorn, forcing us to be disciplined and consistent if we expect to have any sort of expansion or growth. So that energy is going to be here. It's been here. Get in line, get your shit together, and get to work. If you've been slacking, you've been being lazy, just know in this climate of astrology, you're not going to be able to do that, and you're going to have to do something else. So if you wonder why ain't shit popping, it's because you're not putting enough energy into your intentions. Okay? I don't have anything else to say about the astrology. If you guys have questions, if you want more in-depth information about astrological prediction or what's to come, you can definitely book readings with me surrounding that, and I will be happy to assist. We're gonna do a new moon and Libra reading. The questions in the reading are what aspects of our lives are tipping the scales out of balance? What do we need to sacrifice to reestablish balance and order as we plan the new intentions? What is the best action to take right now in order to correct the imbalance? What reflection of ourselves have we been ignoring or avoiding? How can we best accept and embrace these reflections? How can we effectively honor and serve ourselves and our intentions with this new moon? And then additional guidance and considerations. Okay. So I'm going to be doing that for you guys. If you don't have any questions, does anyone have any tarot questions that they want to ask me, anything concerning you that you want me to address? I'm like really direct and upfront tonight. Like I wasn't expecting to get in there really that fast. Y'all, it's been a blast for me making these products for y'all and like testing them and then improving and like going back and making sure everything's great. And like these glosses made me like so happy. Like I had to go back a few times and like remake them and like get the pigment right and like add more this, add more that, make sure it's moisturizing, and just to get them all like exactly how I wanted them and get them all cute. I was like so proud of myself, and I've just been really growing a lot this year, and I'm proud of me. I really am. Sometimes I think about it and I don't think that I've come far enough, but I've really come a long way, and I will continue to climb. And I thank you all for being here on this journey with me. Oh my God, this tea is so good, y'all. Tiffany said, I've been feeling taskful with the need to complete things. Can you give me a reason why now? Well, with Mars in Aries, you're going to want to be moving with your impulses and completing a lot of tasks. Also with Saturn and Jupiter in Capricorn, again, it's a workhorse energy. You're already a person who is very hardworking, so these energies are just pulling that more out of you. But I'm going to pull some cards for you and see what we have going on. Hello, hello. Okay, so the reason why you've been feeling so taskful and wanting to get things done and just need to complete things right now is because you're gearing up for endings and new beginnings. You know that something is coming to either a peak or it's going to reach its highest potential and things may have to come back down, or you know that something's getting ready to end and you're trying to get things in order. You're trying to get things in place. You have the Daughter of Cups, you know, dealing with anything that's left lingering emotionally speaking or hanging behind, facing those things head on and really like, I need to cut this, or I need to remedy this energy because it no longer exist in the new beginning to come. And then you have the Daughter of Pentacles. You know, I have to get these seeds in order because I have this ambition, I have these intentions, and I'm ready not only to visualize these things, but I'm ready to take the action to make these things happen. And I know that there are certain things that I need to do before I can step into this position of being the daughter again, or being in that position of new beginning. And then we have the Seven of Wands, and it's like, okay, I know that I'm getting ready to walk away from a certain situation. Again, I know that I've assessed it. I know that there's some things that I'm going to have to sacrifice and leave behind. And before I do that, I need to get these things done. So that's why you're feeling that right now. And if you haven't allowed yourself to face that in the forefront, then it's definitely in your subconscious. And again, that's why you're feeling that. You've got the Codependency and Boundaries card come through, Hadarian energy from the Starseed Oracle. That's all about asserting your boundaries and letting go of any type of codependencies, because you know that they can't exist again in the new beginning to come. So there you go. That was for Tiffany, her question. Anybody else have a question? I feel like y'all don't be asking me questions lately. It's fun doing readings for y'all on live. I like it. I know the astrology, listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I started everything with astrology, and the deeper and deeper that I get into astrology, the more it becomes a part of my reading process, and the more I realize that's how my readings are really based, and that's how they're so accurate. So my readings are, I mean, the way that I present my readings anyways are really about to shift. I mean, not on live for you guys, but in terms of the way that I present the readings that I sell are about to shift, because everything is going to pretty much include some sort of astrological insight as to why you have going on what you have going on. So y'all just get ready for that. And I know that I'm doing 11/11 new moon readings and full moon readings. Y'all can get those through the end of the year, but I'm telling y'all, after the end of the year, I'm not doing those anymore. You will not be able to get them unless you join the subscription Moon Momentum, where you can get all the new moon, full moon, first quarter moon, last quarter moon guidance, and we check in from there. So that's where we're moving. That's the direction that we're going in. I'm also about to start a newsletter. If you want to be a part of the newsletter, you can subscribe to my website, where you will get emails when the newsletter drops. But there's going to be one newsletter that's just general, letting you guys know the astrology, the important astrological events for the month, a reading for the month, maybe a card of the month, and just an affirmation or something like that. It's real simple, not too much. And then y'all can, you know, if y'all like that, y'all can give me feedback, and we'll go from there and see what happens. What the hell? No. Okay. I'm seeing all of your guys' questions. Hold on. Ridiculous. Why? I have no idea why he does that. You will overcome depression, but you're not going to be able to do it anytime soon, because You don't want to be alone. You don't want to face yourself. You don't want to face your demons. You don't want to face the things, the root of your depression. And it's keeping you in a place where you keep basically reliving your karma when you don't really need to. And so until you really allow yourself to balance and focus and build a strong foundation within you, within yourself, you're going to continue to travel down a path that will put you into a state of depression. So will you overcome depression? Yes, but you're going to have to surrender first to yourself, basically. Shadow work, exactly. Excuse me, guys, I just burped. Nadia says, how can I face myself and shed my past shame, fear, and self-cons? That's a really good question. So the way that you can face those things is, number one, stop judging yourself so harshly. Allow yourself to really peel back the layers without shame and guilt, even within yourself. That's the first step, because a part of you has shame and guilt as it relates to certain things you've done, maybe coming out or maybe being seen or felt through other people. But another part of it, and like a deeper aspect of it, is even within yourself, you don't want to face certain things that you've done because you feel bad. You feel guilty about it. It makes you uncomfortable. And when you get into that place of judgment, you either run away or you shut down. And that's keeping you stuck. You have the devil again affirming that energy, letting you know that this is a pattern of self-sabotage. It's keeping you stuck. It feels good in the moment because it's like, you know, I don't want to deal with these things. I'm going to go do something else. But when you notice how it limits you, it's kind of like, damn, I've basically gotten in my own way. I sabotage myself. You know what I'm saying? So once you allow yourself to absolve those energies, the world is in your hands. You know, you can have everything. It will be to a point where you feel whole, you feel complete. Allow your shadow self to shine as much as your sun self shines. You know, stop hiding the parts of yourself that you think people maybe won't like or won't relate to simply because you want it to feel good for other people. Worry about what feels good to you and allow yourself to be a whole person. You also have the Hadarian energy card come out, releasing codependencies, asserting your boundaries. And then you have the wait, being patient with yourself, giving it time. That was for you, Nadia. Shadow work is a whole situation. I mean, I can make it sound simple on here and say that it's pulling out, you know, the dark aspects of yourself and your demons and triggers and debilitations and really facing them head on. That's basically the gist of shadow work. But In order to do shadow work, it takes a lot of work. I would recommend that you read some books on it. You can message me. I'll send you some book recommendations. One of my favorite shadow work books is Existential Pink by Carolyn Elliott. It does not take a traditional approach to shadow work, but I like it because it makes you really shift your perspective, and when you shift your perspective, you can shift your reality. So I will leave that there. That was for you, Miss Jean Marie. Nadia, you're gonna have to watch it back. I'm sorry that you didn't hear, but I've had a great year with her now. Why do you feel guilty about having a baby and having a good year? What can you do to stop being anxious all the time caused by being a new mom? Oh, it was just the last one. Okay. Well, that's good. At least you heard some of it. Gabby, you need to be patient with yourself, number one. And also count on your community, you know. I know it's kind of scary right now with COVID. You can't really trust your baby with everyone. But even if you can't give your baby to them and you have to carry the load of all the baby things, and that's overwhelming, allow yourself to at least release, you know. Call a friend, vent, cry, break down, you know. Meditate, give yourself a moment, you know. Tell John, look, I'm about to go. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't call me. I just need some space. I need time to just breathe, and I need quiet. And just go somewhere for like an hour. Have some tea. I mean, I don't know if you're breastfeeding and you can't drink. I mean, have a glass of wine. You know, just, I feel like the only thing that's giving you anxiety is that you're in your head about so many different fears that you're having, and it's not real. It's literally just in your head. I mean, a part of it is real, but most of it is just like you hypothetically theorizing situations in your head over and over and over, and you need to just let people hold space for you and your fears. Let people, the same way that they can call you and say, oh my God, Gabby, X happened and I feel blah, 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 and cry. Like, you need to do that. Like, make your friends do that for you. That's what I'm trying to say. But, you know, Page of Cups, okay? Inner child healing, allowing yourself to be young at something emotionally and being patient with that process. Four of Wands, counting on your home, domestic harmony, you know, finding peace in the fact that your home is your sanctuary, basically. The Page of Pentacles, leaning on your community, you know, knowing that you need help. You have a long way to go, but you also have a lot to give. You have a lot to give, and you're very passionate, you're very loving, you're very strong, and you need to just give yourself a freaking break, especially mentally. So that's it. I did not miss your question, Sierra, with the eye rolls. Calm down with the attitude. I'm not even going in order. I'm just going as I see them in the comments. So I will answer yours now. Is my friend trustworthy? That was definitely eye roll emoji. Was that an eye roll emoji, y'all? Y'all see the comment. Oh, snap. I think your friend is trustworthy. Yes. I do feel like there's some underlying issues that you need to be talking about with your friend that have been. Oh, why you gotta roll your eyes at that question? Listen, I'm not taking no shit today, okay? I think your friend is trustworthy, but I feel like there's some unresolved communications that need to be had between the two of you, and you need to just put your big girl panties on and say what you got to say to her, or she needs to put her big girl panties on and say what she got to say to you, you know, or if it's a guy, I don't know what the gender is, the person, whatever. Somebody's not saying what they have to say. But it doesn't mean that their intentions are bad. It just means that there are underlying emotions, and that can lead to problems and conflict. So that is something to be aware of. You have the Ace of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Great Severing. This is really, you know, facing the conflicts head on. And you're not alone, you know, your friend is not really against you. So yeah, that's that on that. Okay, I think I got all the questions. Love you. What should I do, if anything, to make the best of my situation? Let's see. See, I said I put my eyes back in my head. I'm like the queen of eye rolls, so I guess I can't talk. I love how thin these cards are. You know, some readers don't like thin cards because they bend easily, but I have so many decks that I really feel like I use them so harshly that they bend a lot. Yeah, but I like thin decks because they just shift and shuffle so easily. So first of all, you need to keep your emotions in check. That's number one. Do not be acting brand new when it comes to your emotions. That's number one. Number two, sit back and let, you know, don't try to be the lead. Don't try to lead everything. Don't try to force your opinions. It seems like the male authority will know best, so you'll want to listen to him and submit to his advice. Because he knows what he's doing, and he's leading you in the right direction so that you can end up in a place where you're not feeling challenged, because this is going to be a challenge to get through, but you just gonna have to be patient and trust the male authority on what he's telling you. Does that make sense? I'm trying to give you this advice without saying too much on live, but tell me if that makes sense. If not, I'll try to say a little bit more to bring it out. Does that make sense? That was for gold skinned. Okay, cool. So the best thing that you can do, trust the male authority. Bite your tongue, because you're going to feel like going off at a certain extent. I mean, at a certain point and to a certain extent. And be patient. Okay? That's what you can do. Did you ask another question, Jean Marie? If you ask another question, I did not see it. But you can comment it and I'll answer for you. Y'all see how my lip gloss pretty much just stayed though? I mean, I've been drinking tea, so obviously the middle is gonna fade a little, but I'm in love with this color. I'm in love with the blue moon, and I'm in love with the black widow. I love all of the colors, but I just wasn't expecting these. I'm not a person who's gonna wear green lip gloss or blue lip gloss. So the fact that I love these colors, I'm like, I'm here for it. Anybody else have questions before I go into the new moon reading? I don't want to go on too long and have to make a part 2 to this. The lip glosses are $8 each, you guys. But if you get the bundle, they're pretty much $5 each. So if you want multiple glosses, it's best to get the bundle. But if you just want one color, of course, just order the one. She said, I'm here for it. Thank you. Okay, let me answer these questions. Should he take on business partners? I feel like he needs to take on business partners, but this particular person that he has in mind, he doesn't really know if he can trust them, and he doesn't really feel comfortable going into a partnership with them. So therefore, I will say that he shouldn't do it at this time, but that doesn't mean he should not do it, because him doing it is going to open him up to a whole other world of opportunity and possibility. It's just a matter of doing it with the right person. And I just feel like this right now, what he's thinking is not the right fit. He needs to wait for a little bit. So that was the answer for that. Yeah, this is not, it's not the right time. All right, so let's do it again. Do it again. Okay. What aspects of our lives are tipping the scales out of balance? Nine of Swords, negative thoughts, self doubt, karmic emotional cycles of codependency, um, just basically mental and emotional baggage. That is what is tipping the scales of balance in our lives, mental and emotional baggage. What do we need to sacrifice to reestablish balance and honor, or balance and order as we plant new intentions? The Hangman, we need to sacrifice action. We need to sacrifice movement. We need to sacrifice impulse. We need to sacrifice distraction and even entertainment sometimes. And we just need to hang in the balance. We need to think, reprioritize, let go of codependency, let go of addiction, let go of patterns of self-doubt, of toxic femininity and masculinity, of whatever bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to sacrifice. We need to sacrifice the illusion and hang in the balance, okay? What is the best action to take right now in order to correct the imbalance? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Be a freaking student. I keep telling y'all this. Be willing to learn. We don't know everything. The man who knows everything knows nothing at all. Be a student. Be willing to learn. Be willing to assess. Be willing to review. Be willing to heal and face your own demons, so that when it comes to the process of rebirth and success and expansion that the 8 brings with it, you're ready to climb to the top of that 8. Weave the web so that you can reap a good harvest from sowing good seeds. Okay? That's the best action that you can take. What reflection of yourself have you been ignoring or avoiding? For that, we have the Four of Wands. You want harmony and stability in your home. You want to feel like your foundation is stable. You want to feel safe. You want to feel secure. We want to feel happy and connected again. And a lot of us haven't been feeling like that. That's the reflection of ourselves that we've been avoiding in other people. That's deep. I hope y'all are following me. Maybe this is for me. I don't know. How can we best accept and embrace those reflections? Nine of Wands. Know that it's a test. It's a test, it's a challenge. Sometimes it feels uncomfortable. Sometimes it feels like conflict. Sometimes it feels like betrayal. Sometimes it feels like disappointment. Sometimes it feels like isolation. But it's a test at the end of the day. It's a test. So you can best accept and embrace those reflections by realizing that it's a test. Okay? How can we effectively honor and serve? How can we effectively honor and serve ourselves? Serve our intentions with this new moon. The Chariot, focusing on strength, the heart, and forward movement. Strength, the heart, compassion, and forward movement. Additional guidance and considerations. Y'all know I gotta do it, so let me pull some oracles. I think I want to pull again from the Starseed Oracle and pull y'all some soul trees. So just give me 1 second. Okay. So we have the inner earth card come out, letting us know that yes, there's going to be challenges, but we will survive this. And again, the new beginning is coming. Do y'all see that? New beginning, new solutions. Okay. Earth pulsing. Slow down. Be patient with yourself. Ground. Take time in nature. Connect yourself with source. Okay. Treat yourself and seek guidance when you need to. We don't know everything. We all need a little bit of guidance, whether that means you're coming to me, whether that means you're going to therapy, whether that means you're calling a friend, whatever. Seek guidance when you need to. Give yourself that room to be vulnerable with somebody, because everybody needs that. I don't care how macho you try to act. We all need it. Okay? So that is our new moon Libra reading, you guys. Y'all can book your new moon readings for 11/11. Again, after the end of the year, I'm no longer doing readings for 11/11. I'm still going to be offering new moon and full moon readings. It'll be a whole different thing where I talk to you about your astrological effects with the full moon and new moon and how it's going to play out for you. And then we also do tarot. So the price is going to be completely different. And you can only get them for 11/11 by subscribing to Moon Momentum, where you get the new moon, first quarter moon, full moon, and last quarter moon sessions. And we just kind of coach you through the process of your intentions and what it is that you're trying to manifest. So that is the direction that we're moving in. Again, 11/11 for the new moon readings. I'm going to be offering that probably for the next week until the first quarter moon, and then the energy will be passing. So I'm going to move on to something else. You can also get your retrograde readings with me. You can book those on my website. You can get these glosses on my website. Gloss orders have been popping so much so that when I send out these orders tomorrow, I have to make, I'm waiting on more products because I have to make more gloss and get like more supplies. So I'm happy for that. That's a blessing. Thank you for everyone who has been shopping with me. And I'm just going to continue to glow up and grow up in business. And I'm happy for y'all to be on the journey with me. Thanks for joining tonight. I hope that you all soak up this new moon and Libra energy, have the conversation that you need to have. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for joining. Y'all have a good night. Am I taking massage appointments? I'm sparingly taking massage appointments. I'm honestly being very choosy about massage with COVID going on, because it's just a lot of liability that I honestly don't want to deal with. So sparingly, yes, I am taking massage appointments, but I'm not opening them up just for everybody. You can do distance Reiki with me, though, if you want some energy healing and you feel like you need body work. I am a Reiki master, so you can definitely book those services with me as well on my website. You can book a soul session with Shawnee, where we do a Reiki session, you get a reading, and I just balance out your life. No, but seriously, you can book that on my website. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining. Again, soak up this new moon Libra energy. Take advantage of it. Work with it until the full moon in Libra, which won't be for another 6 months. So these intentions that you plant, know that they're not going to just manifest by the next full moon, and be patient with the process. Okay. That's it. Good night, you guys. Y'all have a good one.